Hello everyone. How you all doing today? Today is a brand new day, and I am going to read a brand new A Course in Miracles lesson. So before I do that, I'm gonna do a short review about the previous one, about the yesterday's lesson. Yesterday's lesson number 30 says that God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. And I guess this work is helping us to realize that God is in us. Yeah, we are the source of everything. Either we are choosing the ego, to be with, or we are choosing God to be with, to follow after. And every time when we see someone or something, even if they don't seem to have God in them, you remind yourself that God is even in them. You know why? Because God is in your mind. And the moment when you do that, you become God, right? The moment when you choose ego, you become ego. The moment when you choose God, you become God. So that's why if I take a look at everything around me, at every people around me, at every situations, and I'm telling to myself that God is in everything and everyone I see, because God is in my mind. That moment I just choose God in me. Alright, so today I'm about to read the next lesson number 31. Lesson 31 says that I am not the victim of the world I see. Yeah, it's my favorite one. I am not the victim of the world I see. Every time I catch myself having thought, how I'm sorry for myself, that I am being in this kind of situations, so this lesson says that I am not the victim of the world I see. You know why? Because you are the source of everything that seems to be happening to you. It can be really difficult to accept, I know, but believe me, you are not alone. Alright, so today's idea is the introduction to your declaration of release. Again, the idea should be applied to both the world you see without and the world you see within, because it's the same. The world outward is just a reflection of the world of the inward world, right? Okay, so again, the idea should be applied to both the world you see without and the world you see within. In applying the idea, we will use a form of practice which will be used more and more, with changes as indicated. Generally speaking, the form includes two aspects. One in which you apply the idea on a more sustained basis, and the other consisting of frequent applications of the idea throughout the day. 2 longer periods of practice with the idea for today are needed. One in the morning and one at night. 3 to 5 minutes for each of these are recommended. During that time, look about you slowly while repeating the idea 2 or 3 times. Then close your eyes and apply the same idea to your inner world. You will escape from both together, for the inner is the cause of the outer. The inner world is the cause of the outer world. As you survey your inner world, merely let of thoughts cross your mind come into your awareness, each to be considered for a moment and then replaced by the next. So don't be focused on one thought so long. Yeah, okay. Try not to establish any kind of hierarchy among them. Watch them come and go as dispassionately as possible. Dispassionately. Do not dwell on anyone in particular, but try to let the stream move on evenly and calmly, without any special investment on your part. As you sit and quietly watch your thoughts, repeat today's idea to yourself as often as you care to, but with no sense of hurry. In addition, repeat the idea for today as often as possible during the day. Remind yourself that you are making a declaration of independence in the name of your own freedom. And in your freedom lies the freedom of the world. The idea for today is also a particularly useful one to use as a response to any form of temptation that may arise. Yeah, there are a lot of temptations can arise, huh? It is a declaration that you will not yield to it and put yourself in bondage. Alright, so for me, it's the one of the most difficult The Course in Miracles lessons. I'm not the victim of the world I see. Yeah, so can you imagine that whomever or wherever we can blame for what we have in our life, probably for some negative things in our life, in our lives. So, but can you imagine that you have no one to blame? I would say that you don't even have to blame yourself, because blaming yourself, blaming your own body, it's also coming from ego. Yeah, so that's why you just remind yourself that you you made up everything you see, but if you made all this up, it means that you can undo it, right? You can make up something better, something different. Anyway, so remembering this idea during the day, whatever seems to be happening to you, is like, I am not the victim of the world I see. Why? Because I am the source of everything. Because my mind is the source of everything that I see with my physical eyes, right? And probably it can also help if you remember during this practice idea for today that everything you see is not real. Yeah? So, like, I'm not the victim of the world I see. Because I wouldn't say again that I am to blame, for everything. I am just responsible for that, It's my choice, So that's why you can just choose again, choose differently, So in my previous reading of A Course in Miracles lessons, during this lesson, I was feeling so upset. I was like, alright, so if I'm not the victim of the world I see, and I was blaming myself, I was like, something wrong with me, I created all this stuff that I don't even really wanna be in, because I didn't really like that stuff, But now when I'm reading again this lesson, I remember that I'm not blaming myself either. Yeah, I'm not. Because if I'm not blaming others, and I'm not blaming myself. Yeah, I just remember that, yeah, I made it up and it's not real because everything I see is not gonna last forever. Yeah, so that's why it's like, why would I blame myself for? Yeah, it's like a movie, right? When you watch a movie, it's not even crossing your mind to blame that actor who is probably going through a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of difficult and negative and terrible stuff in their life. Yeah, you probably wouldn't do that. But why would you blame yourself? Yeah, because everything you see is the same. It's just a movie you created. Yeah, you have written the script of this movie, you are playing in this movie, and you just believed sincerely that this movie is real, but it's not actually. Yeah, so that's why probably it can also help that when you apply this idea for today, I'm not the victim of the world I see, and you don't blame yourself. Yeah, you just remember that, yeah, I have no one to blame. Yeah, and I just take responsibility for myself. Yeah, on myself, that, yeah, I made it up, and if I made it up, and if it's not real, I can make something else up, right? I can create something better. Yeah, so why would I blame myself for something that is not real? Yeah, why would I? Okay, if I can create something better, so it means that I'm not focusing on negative thoughts. Yeah, I choose to see everything around me with love and appreciation. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone who's watching my videos. And yeah, let's do this work along the day, along today's day, along this day, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a good day.